Hey y'all, I'm Eric.
The fuck is up? I'm Clint.
And I'm Drew, and today we're getting down with the sickness. The sickness being Las Plagas, because we played Resident Evil 4 Remake on the Railroad Park Gaming Podcast.
All right, boys, let's kick this thing off like we always do and just quickly talk about what we've been playing. I myself have just been returning to the Spire, continuing to climb that damn Spire.
Again.
And I'm full on defect. I love that defect.
Good man.
Andy, let's toss it to you. What you been up to?
Oh, Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
A lot.
Clinton, let's jump over to you.
All right, aside from Tears of the Kingdom, I scooped up Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on sale, apparently right before it got added to the PlayStation Plus.
That's awesome.
But the game's beautiful. The game's great. I'm having a blast with it. It's such a fun game. Not really much to talk about. It's just a super fun platformer. It's
awesome.
very, very pretty with a bunch of particle effects.
Do you like the particle effects?
I love the particle effects. It's super nice. I'm enjoying it a lot. But Clint,
Hi.
What you doing?
I let you borrow my my loaded Wii U.
You sure did.
Yes.
And what are you doing with that? You have your own Wii U, but my Wii U is a little special.
It's a criminal one.
It's a criminal one. Yeah.
Breaking the law. Well, based on last episode where you went to a fucking Chrono Trigger tangent,
As I do.
I have a confession. I've been
I got another confession to make.
we've got Dave Grohl in the house.
Sorry.
I've been hiding a little gamer deep dark secret in that I've never beaten Chrono Trigger. In fact, I've never even got far enough to get Robo into my team.
Gasp.
And
What?
that's not very far at all, right?
No, not
it's
at all.
It's like the first couple hours.
And I've now the furthest I've ever been in that game.
Fantastic.
I just got the broken Masamune sword, besting the twins.
Yes,
That's where I'm
Masa
at.
and Mune.
Masa and Mune. Or Mune, I don't know.
yeah.
How the fuck does one pronounce that shit? I'm fucking loving it.
Oh,
I'm having such a blast.
good. I'm glad.
It's such a good game.
I have a regret in that I didn't fucking play it when it was hot.
Dude, but forget about that regret because now you get to experience it for the first time now. I didn't experience it when I was a kid, and I don't think I beat it either, but I got a lot further than you did. I probably put about 10 hours into it, but I never actually beat it.
Oh, I was full on in 1995 hammering that game.
But yeah,
So
Andy,
jealous, dude. You were just like, you were on the cutting edge.
he was
awesome games.
with it like all times.
You were so cool. I wish we were friends back then.
What would have been cooler is if I kept those and didn't immediately trade them back into like the flea market to get a new game.
Oh, we didn't know. We didn't know.
struggling
For sure.
times, you know. But guys, I've come down with something.
Oh my god.
I think it's Los Plagas.
Is that why you're wearing a mask?
Heyo.
All right, man. Let's just jump into this thing. Let's start off like before we even turn the game on. Let's look at that box art a little bit.
You know, it's fucking better than the original one. Well, the original American one, I should say.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, it's definitely moody. It doesn't feel hokey and, shoehorned with a dude with a gun.
Totally. It's got a little more depth, but really not much.
No, not much. Not much.
Just a mysterious looking Leon looking off to the side.
But at this point, I'm just like, I don't even really care what the box art looks like.
Yeah, we're not expecting
At
much. The
this
bar
point.
is low.
What do you think could have been like, oh shit, box art?
Good question.
I'm a big fan of minimalism. So I think like maybe even just a weird silhouette of the village.
Just something simple like
Because
that.
that's like the most iconic scene in the game, which I'm sure we'll get into. But
Yeah, because I think they almost kind of had it right with 7, where it's just like that door,
Ooh.
right? That's
Good
the cover.
point.
Yeah, it just adds that little layer of like, ooh, what's that? What's that?
Yeah.
yeah,
Or a
because
little
I
bit of
know
creepiness 'cause you
box
hear it.
art in America. It's like they kind of need to sell the game, right? That's kind of their whole thing.
I
where
guess,
like
but like,
Japan and Europe get like usually these very cool box arts, and America
Always.
is just like well, let's give you everything that's in the game in this hodgepodge fucking thing on the front cover, which
Or like the main character looking its buffest as if it's fucking Sylvester Stallone or something.
Totally.
yeah, Japan seems to have some nuance, and Europe.
Couldn't agree more. But moving in tandem with the box art, how'd you guys feel about that start screen?
I honestly don't remember it. All I know is that
Current gen hardware, we're fucking going on rest mode all the time. Do we even like go back to the start screen much?
That's fair.
No, I kept that game in suspend pretty much the entire time I played it. So,
Fair.
but did it have the Resident Evil?
No, of course it
It
didn't.
didn't have that at all.
No.
No, it didn't. It's just like a spooky little like path in the woods.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it had
It's cool. I mean, they
didn't.
didn't need to do that thing, but it
But they should.
they
it
should
to-
at least do it in New Game Plus.
Give it to me, bud, right now.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Your
do it
your
in New
best
Game
impression.
Plus. Resident Evil 4. Because it always sounds like 4 was said by somebody else.
Yeah, and a different studio.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, not super interactive, pretty simple, but it did have kind of a nice like mood to set the tone. They did a great job of just making this game look beautiful.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
So let's start talking about the graphics.
Totally.
Like,
Good segue.
first off, the way that this game kind of just drags you into the story, it's kind of glaring how fucking batshit the story actually is.
Oh, it's so bad shit.
What do you mean by batshit? What do you both mean?
It's fucking Leon's gotta save the president's daughter. Like, come on.
Yeah, and we're coming off of Resident Evil 2. So like
It was his first day,
Yeah,
and then he
rookie
survives
cop.
this one night, and then he's gonna save the president's fucking daughter.
Yeah, just
come on.
immediately jumps to like, wait, what? How did you go from rookie cop to like the president's right hand CIA?
Did you totally miss the montage?
Maybe.
Well, yeah, they
Come on,
did
it was
add
like years of him like fucking becoming the man.
but that wasn't in the original, right? They added in.
No, it totally was.
Really, the montage? Was?
Yeah.
Yeah, could have been.
They let
But
you
I mean,
they
they-
let you in on that dude's like fucking last few years of like what he's been doing.
I suppose so. Not really in depth though.
No, but with like slides.
When it comes to this game and the story, all I gotta say to you is, no thanks, bro. This game's gorgeous.
Oh my
It
god.
really
so
is.
gorgeous.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. The lighting.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
They have totally nailed just like dreadful environments.
Yeah, they've got the atmosphere down. They're doing everything right. With
Yeah.
these remakes.
This RE engine, man, it's fucking cooking.
Yeah, it's cooking for sure. I mean, I was very surprised when because we all played the demo first, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Not I, but I watched a video on it.
Yeah, the house you go into at first is different. It's longer for sure. Yeah, because the first house in the original, it's just like you walk through the front door and you walk to the left, and then that's when you meet the guy.
Yeah, that's it.
And then then you can go upstairs. That's it. There's no basement. There's nothing. It worked for me.
Totally.
It's like they definitely have to. They put some fucking work into this game. It just from playing the demo, you can tell. But it seemed that the village was like entirely untouched. Like they kept like it almost
Oh, yeah.
exact,
Yeah, definitely. The layout and everything was the same.
which is such a smart choice because it's the most iconic part of the game.
Oh yeah. Even down to like
Definitely
where
like
the
staple
green
setting.
herbs were located.
Yeah.
They were much
yeah.
the same, and I appreciated that.
What I loved is that you could light the cow on fire,
Yeah, you sure can.
and then
I
the
did
cow
that.
will run around just taking all the dudes
Yeah,
out.
I did that by accident, and it helped out so much. Because like I was actually surprised that like the first big part of the game was like they throw everything at you immediately, and it's like super overwhelming like right off the bat. Like I was actually to a point of like, how am I supposed to like? What do they want me to do? Like, do I actually have to kill all these guys or survive a certain amount of time? And I accidentally bumped into that lantern, lit the cow on fire, and it kind of handled things for me.
Yeah,
that's such a.
I mean, maybe I'm totally just misremembering, but I felt like you had to survive way longer in this village.
Yeah, I don't know about the original, but I think it comes down to like you have to kill X amount or just last X amount of time are the two ways that you like finally trigger
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sequence to end.
There is a way to speed that up.
With the cow on fire.
No, there. If you can figure out how to shoot the bell
Oh, like in
The bell that
in the
rings?
tower? Oh.
Yes, you can get up to a certain part and shoot the bell, and then it triggers it.
Wow, that's really cool.
Oh.
I haven't done it. Apparently, it's not easy to do.
Yeah.
There's like one certain part where you can see the bell like on one of the rooftops.
I just love that
and
they
you
thought
can
of that.
scope it out, hit the bell, and then
Whoa.
everything turns. They all funnel into the church.
Yeah,
Is that what-
yeah.
yeah, I think it is a church.
Because I feel like I killed like 2,000 people and I was
Same.
there for like an hour.
Yeah, same.
Like, God damn, please let this
it was
end.
wild.
But
It's cool.
dreadfully and suspensefully, not as if I didn't want to play anymore.
Right.
No, it was because you know that like there are two sections of this game that are like that, and we'll get to the other one. Or we won't, but it's let's get to it right now. It's the cabin with Louise.
Yep.
Yeah, there's another.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
another.
that was another part that's like, oh
Yeah, there's
my
these
God,
two moments
they
of the
don't
game where it's
stop
just
coming.
it's the same thing. They throw you a bunch of enemies. You either have to kill a certain amount of enemies or wait until that one's different because you have to kill enemies. You can't just
Totally.
run around and not kill anybody. Like you will die.
Yeah.
There will be 30 people in that room with you, and
Yeah.
like you can't.
I bailed on Luis so hard in that mode. He just kept yelling like, "What are you doing?" And I was just like, not giving a fuck about you, dude. I was just like, in every other spot, I would let him just handle things himself, and if he like staggered one, I would come finish him off, and then like I was just focusing on my survival.
Yeah.
I totally forgot how much of like your boy Luis is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Think so?
he's your fucking boy.
He's a douchebag.
Nah, he's your boy. He's so fucking handsome too.
He's a looker, dude. He's a looker for sure.
He is a pretty cool character. They actually expanded on him like a lot more in this one.
That's what I'm saying. He's
They
your
did.
boy.
Yeah, it was cool. Like
I don't really remember much of him in the original game. I think it was like
Well, yeah, because they don't really give you shit. Like in the original one, they just tell you that he used to be a cop in Madrid, and then he like admits to being like one of the researchers that helped Sadler, and that was it.
Yeah,
he
they
wasn't.
gave him this
We didn't know that he was an ex-umbrella worker.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't in the original, so
and a very
but,
prominent
like,
one too.
Totally, yeah. But in this one, they made him a former Umbrella researcher, and then you actually find a photo in his lab that shows that he was part of the Umbrella Europe Lab 6 team, which is wild because that's the same team that worked on the Nemesis project.
Oh my god.
So it's like they tied him into like he helped create Nemesis like before all this shit.
Eric, I
this
didn't know
fucking
that at all.
rules.
That's wild.
This
right?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a really cool change just from being like, oh yeah, he was a cop. That like science, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that's super cool. They made him part of like that specific team.
All right, let's talk about the UI because there is one big change.
Is there?
Oh yeah, the inventory management.
Is it really that different though?
Yes, because you don't have to manage your inventory anymore. There's
the
an auto
fucking-
sort.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
that
I
thing would
didn't-
fuck me up so bad. I actually hated that
I didn't
I'm like,
use it.
I did it by accident because it's like what the stick click or something. Yeah.
I did it because it was there.
Yeah, so like I'm super particular about like where my shit is because I
Same,
like I have it set so that like when I'm in a situation I know how to like pause, quickly get to what I need to and get out kind of thing because I like to stay in the moment. But yeah, I did it one time and it was like, all right, I gotta do this and then click the stick and all my shit was just like and I was like, no.
I didn't mind it too much because of what was it, the D-pad where you can
Like the shortcuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, the shortcuts is an amazing addition. Like to
I think I didn't
set-
really need to do much of that inventory management
Yeah,
in the
you totally
screen.
don't because like being
Because
able
of
to like set those shortcuts so that your grenades or different weapons are just on the D-pad. That's amazing. That's
was so
such a
clutch.
good addition.
So
But
clutch.
I miss the inventory management, and I know you guys did it, right? I didn't because it was there, and I just used it, and I'm like, well, you know why? I get to get
Yeah,
back
so you
into the
felt like you didn't
gameplay,
need
and
to.
I just kept going for it.
Yeah.
But like that was one of my favorite parts of RE4 was just sitting in that screen
Totally.
and just playing fucking Tetris. on that.
Speaking of like the case itself, did you guys get into any of the customization they added to it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself and how I like to play these games.
Please.
I never upgrade my case space.
Oh, you like
Holy
the
shit.
limitation.
I really,
You
really
masochist.
do.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's sick. That's
that
like a
being
built-in
said-
hard mode.
Yeah, I only usually carry like 3 weapons on me max.
Hey, respect.
I usually do that anyway.
One of them's always the small fucking handgun, though.
For sure. I'm the guy.
Tiny.
I'm the guy that saves all my fucking elixirs till the end of the game and then don't use them. And, you know, like, I'm that guy from RPGs and shit. So in Resident Evil, the way that translates is I always have a ton of fucking, like...
Sprays.
Yeah, sprays in there. And then I also always, like, leave too much space because I always feel like I'm going to pick up so much stuff in each chapter, but you don't. So I always, like, limit myself to be like, oh, I got to leave, like, at least this much space in case, like, I find something or a new weapon or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like I almost limit myself similarly to the way you do, but by just making myself have too much space available.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the bolt gun was also really enabling in this playstyle.
Oh, I
mean,
loved it. I used it so much.
Was it in the original? I feel like it was new.
I don't think it was in the same capacity. Like, I don't remember you being able to fetch bolts after you use them.
The fetching of bolts.
Yeah, I don't think that was a thing. But I fucking loved it this time around. Like,
You guys use it a lot?
Yeah.
A lot.
All right, let's go through our loadouts. I mean, my loadout was pretty much once I was able to get the red 9, got the stock. That's my pistol that I've used for
Interesting.
RE4.
×2.
Wow.
Yeah, love the
Red 9,
love
maxed
the
it
red
out,
9.
got the stock.
Yeah, a fucking great handgun, shotgun, and then I got the best. I don't know what it's called, but like
The riot gun.
I
Riot
think it was
gun,
the-
dude. The
Yeah.
fucking riot gun.
And,
What a name.
And the bolt thrower. I forgot what it's called in this game. Is it called the bolt thrower?
I think it's just bolt thrower, yeah.
Yeah. I got the rifle because I did remember that when you get to the castle,
Yeah, it does come in
having
handy here and there.
it comes in clutch. So,
Yeah.
Snipe.
so I did have that. I don't want to interrupt you guys and your loadouts, but that brings me to my next thing is why can't I put things in
Oh my
in
god,
a
dude,
fucking
the storage.
in storage?
Oh my god, yeah, I was gonna gripe about this for sure.
Oh my god, you can only put certain things into storage?
Yeah, and none of the things that you would want to put in there.
Like full weapons, but I can't put weapon attachments in there.
Or no ammo, no like especially like ammo for fucking guns you don't have yet.
Yeah, if you have a scope for the rifle, you could put the rifle in storage, but you can't put the scope.
I
Unreal.
don't know what you're talking about.
Do you just straight not use storage?
Straight up.
Oh my god, he's on
How? You
super
didn't
hard mode,
expand
dude.
your fucking case, and then you don't use storage either?
What a god.
All right.
My
Let's
first
get past
playthrough,
that.
man.
That's a
I don't
blatant
want
gripe.
my first playthrough. I just don't want option paralysis. You know.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I respect that totally. But yeah, that
So many
bothered me
guns.
so much. Oh, but that was so frustrating because yeah, you can only put weapons or healing items in there, and it's like no, I need those. Those are the only things I do need.
Yeah. I need weapons. Like,
Yeah,
Right?
Huge gripe.
all right. So what was your loadout that you typically used?
Honestly, exactly the same as yours.
Really?
Yeah, I had the riot gun, bolt thrower, red 9 fully maxed out. I had the rifle for like a chapter, and then I sold it.
I had the charms on my suitcase that just gave me as many handgun bullets as possible. I had like a gold suitcase with like a red velvet interior that that turned a lot of my pickups as handgun bullets, and then I had 2 charms that did a 15% addition to handgun bullet crafting. So I was just loaded with bullets all the fucking time.
Wild. See, I had my usual luck where every single charm I got was for weapons I did not use. I was like, great.
Oh,
good,
no.
Good. All my charms were for fucking machine gun ammo. And I do not use machine guns in Resident Evil. Like, I just
Yeah,
don't.
it
Interesting.
doesn't feel right to
No,
me.
it does not feel right. It's also just a waste of ammo that just like, it's just not how you play Resident Evil. To me.
I'll agree in a sense of like a first playthrough mindset, but
Sure.
machine guns post game, where you then
Sure,
get
you
to
just
unlock.
run it in, lighten everything up, sure.
When you finally get to unlock infinite ammo, machine gun's the first gun I'm picking. Because then I get to replay that game completely differently.
Oh yeah, if you have infinite ammo for sure. But
it's
like
so fun. Just be like,
we haven't talked about one of the main things of Resident Evil 4 is the knife roundhouse kick combo.
oh, hold on though. Hold on. What was your loadout?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, did I miss out by just not using the bolt thrower at all? Did that thing rule?
It's not super fun to use.
No? Okay.
But
I disagree. I loved it.
I love it, but it's not like, I mean, when you go up to it with a riot gun, I mean, it's fantastic.
Sure, that's a totally different level. But yeah, I was curious because I just...
They never do a lot of damage, the bolts.
Yeah, see, that's how I looked at it. I was like...
Also
that
disagree.
thing- all right, yeah.
I
So
upgraded
I just
it.
looked at it as like... Okay,
So did I, but I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna-
still...
I just looked at it. It's like, I'm going to have super minimal ammo with that. It's going to do no damage and take up space in my inventory. Fuck that thing. I was just straight pistol shotgun the entire game.
Oh, so sick.
That's it.
So sick.
Yeah, that's all I was doing. It was just, and with the shortcuts, it just made it so good. Because it was like taking it slow, picking my shots with the pistol. And I'm talking just regular pistol. I held on to that thing for so long. And then I finally switched over to the Punisher. And I was super hesitant about it because it looked like tinier, but the like, what do they call it? Like pierce.
Go through.
Yeah,
enemies.
numerous enemies.
Because then I was even more so just being like, yeah, come on, come closer. Go over there. Boom. Just like 3 guys like in a row. And then just, your oh shit moments where something gets in your face or like a big enemy appears. It's just like, oh, shortcut, shotgun, boom. But
A lot of oh shit moments in this game.
Oh, totally. But yeah, that's how I played the whole game. And then like right when you get to the castle, I grabbed the rifle just to like have on hand, but hardly used it.
Oh, one of my favorite things, I don't want to interrupt anybody, but I would just kite enemies around and make that Lost Plagas just fucking come out. And then flashbang them, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So sick.
Smart.
So sick.
Now, was that a thing in the original?
I don't think so.
I thought they did. I thought that was
Maybe
kind of
they
the whole
did.
catch of the flashbang grenade was the point to wipe out those Plagas.
I took
Like that was your
full
weakness.
advantage of that, baby.
Oh, so sick.
It is. I always had like 2 or 3 on hand.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
It
for
helped a
those
lot in
moments.
that the house fight with Louise.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
It helped me a ton where like that section where Leon falls like kind of in the pit. It's just like one after another of those like big Plagas guys.
Yo, yeah.
I think it's the first time you encounter the ones in knight's armor, like,
Yeah.
and it's just like one after another, like after another.
Yeah.
That was
Those guys were fun.
Oh, I love.
Oh, yeah.
I love the look
So
of those
sick.
guys too. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Did you guys do the little side quest?
Yeah, to fight the golden one.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
fucking awesome.
Really cool.
That was so
a
fun.
good presentation too, because they're all like frozen or just like still.
Right,
And you're like,
right.
all right, how close am I gonna get
Yeah.
before they? And then there it goes.
Which was
Wait,
pretty
was
interesting.
that the one where it was like the high threat, strong enemies?
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
It was.
No?
You didn't do any.
Oh,
No, I did. I did a couple of them. I didn't do that one.
You didn't
though.
do that one. That one was like my favorite one.
me
I did
too.
like that
Me too.
super fucking hog, the one that was back in the village.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one was fucking fun.
He
I
was
did not
wild.
expect those guys.
Yeah, well, that was the new edition.
The Hog Boys?
Yeah.
Hog Wild?
The first time I saw that dude like in the barn, I was like, "Oh, what is
Yeah.
this?"
It was the barn, and I was like, I do not remember this guy.
yeah, he's brand new. They added
He's
that
a
in.
fucking bitch.
But yeah, cool addition. I thought that was like just a good with the big sledgehammer. It was
Yeah.
a cool like new thing to dodge.
Absolutely.
All right, so since we're already talking mini bosses, let's talk some real bosses.
Hell yeah.
Do we got any favorites here?
Oh man. I mean, obviously the ogre, especially if you saved the wolf, was awesome.
Which was an
Oh,
interesting
totally.
part of this game because the wolf in the original was like right at the beginning.
Yeah, you're right.
Like right before the village, you're able to free that wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you go down
And-
that like linear forest path, right?
Yeah, in this one, it's right before that house fight. So like when we passed the village and got through all that, I was like, they fucking took the wolf out of this game? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? And then as soon as I saw him whimpering, because you hear him whimpering when
Yeah.
you get to that house, and you have to go around to the left
Yeah,
side.
easy to miss.
And then I saw him and I was like, you motherfucker, yes, you're still here. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I did the same thing because I played this whole game like with my headset on. Yeah, the second I heard that him whimpering or whatnot, I was like using the headset to be like, all right, where are you? Where are you? Just like turning my head and be like, all right, he's coming from the right, and I was just like determined to find him.
Oh, that's funny. Quick aside. I don't want to leave the boss's discussion of this. I had the fucking 3D headphones on too.
Yes.
And the sections where I wasn't wearing headphones and I was just playing for my soundbar, and I heard the fucking figurine, and I
Oh,
could
yeah.
not fucking find it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
the
then as
little
soon as
colonial
as soon as I put my fucking 3D headphones,
Super
it's
helpful.
so well done in this game that I found
Really
it
good.
within seconds.
Yeah, it makes
I
it
couldn't
so easy. Mm-hmm.
believe it. It's so good. Oh, this RE engine. But anyway, yeah, I tried to wrap it up quickly because obviously that ogre fight, especially again if you get the wolf, is so fun and hasn't changed from my memory as far as like spectacle. But what the fuck is that boss's name? That is almost like a xenomorph.
Oh my God, a Verdugo.
Oh
The
my
assassin.
God.
Yeah.
That boss was so good.
Oh man,
Well,
I think I was texting
can you-
Andy
wait,
a bit
can-
about that one.
Can you even kill that thing? Because I
Oh
didn't.
yeah.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
yeah.
All right.
But I need to
you
back
gotta-
it up to the ogre because one of the funniest things is like Leon just seeing the wolf on the cliff like 100 feet up in the air, and it's just like, hey, it's that wolf. Like, dude, what the fuck? How do you know it's that wolf?
But wouldn't
How do you know
awesome
it's just
just
a
like
regular wolf?
Yeah.
But wouldn't awesome like 80s metal like intro of just him like howling at the moon with a thunderbolt?
my
Dude, it was
God.
super like anime. It was so
good.
sick.
Yeah, so good.
It was
You
just like
should just put,
zooms
like-
in and just like that wolf, and he's like almost got like a little smirk, like, oh, here I am, dude.
Enter his like guitar solo.
I loved it.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
loved
good,
it.
so good. But yeah, Verdugo, is that the one like in the sewers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Oh, wow.
Fucking terrifying.
But yeah, I
was here for
I
it,
was
man.
texting you about that one a lot because I was just like, I wouldn't let it go. I was like, I'm
You beat
going
him,
to
right?
kill
You
I
told me-
did.
yeah.
I did. It
Unbelievable.
took a lot, though. Yeah, I unloaded so much into him, like, because you know, there's like 5 different spots where you can freeze him using
Right.
the tanks and whatnot.
I think like 2 of them recharge and the others don't.
no, I think they're all one time use.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like after that, you're just like, oh, okay, what? You're still going.
What
what
do?
now? But yeah, it was just like it took a couple like magnum shots, just unloading the shotgun in his face, just like oh my god, and some heavy grenades. It took so much, but I took him down.
Yeah, I gave up, man. I applaud you for that because I
Oh
just
my
like
God.
I tried maybe 10 times.
Yeah,
and I was like,
let's
nah.
give this guy a round of
No,
applause.
yeah. I hit the elevator after that. I was like, nah, I gotta.
Well,
keep
thanks,
this going.
because your congrats felt so much better than the reward I actually
I was
got from
just
Capcom
going to
for
ask
it.
if you remembered what you get.
Was it like a pocket watch,
Yeah, I think it was the pocket watch,
which
It
you could
was
sell
just-
for like 80?
Yeah, that's all it was.
K
It
or
was just
something.
treasure you can sell for like a good amount. But I was just like, oh wow, a watch. Thank you.
But
Yeah.
at least your boy will buy that for a high price.
I am buying a high price.
But no, besides that, they're not bosses, but they're an enemy commonly found side B. The sack boys.
The no bones, squishy, the regenerators.
Oh, the regenerators. Thank you.
Yeah,
Now,
they were very creepy in this.
Oh
this
my
go
God.
I don't know
around.
if you remember me texting you both on the thread, but like I was scared.
Those are a big nuh-uh.
I was scared. Yeah,
Those things are messed
big
up.
nuh-uh.
Yeah, when they
Especially
fall
when
to the
they-
ground and then they just
Oh.
start like slithering.
Yeah.
It's, ugh.
It's not even that. It's the fucking buildup. You just hear them breathing. I'm gonna future self, future Clinton. Can you listen to me? Put in the clip of them just breathing real quick. Listen to that shit. It's fucking terrifying. And I'm
It's
playing
horrific.
alone at like dark o'clock with my headphones on, just myself because my girlfriend's too scared to hang out with me. And I'm just hearing like the.
It's horrible, man.
I'm just like, dude, I don't want to turn these lights on.
My move was like the second I would encounter, shotgun to the legs, drop them, run. That's all I was doing.
So yeah, going back, my move would always be like exploring new areas with the bolt thrower, ready to go. Not this part. Mm-mm. Just like you, bud.
Yep.
I hear those that breathing happening. Riot gun.
Yep.
Riot gun.
Yep.
Riot gun.
Yep.
It's too scary. And
Oh
the
my God, so
lighting,
much.
again, in this RE engine is so fucking tight, where if you get them in those corridors that you haven't powered up yet from the circuit, and it's just like the fucking silhouette of their figure coming at you and their eyes are, oh, fuck them. Jesus Christ, they're
Yeah,
terrifying.
It's very intense.
I had an encounter with one of those where it was I had used up like all my resources. I had like I was depleted, and then it was just a full on like die with your boots on moment. It was just me and the trusty knife. I actually fucking killed it.
Wow.
I didn't think you could kill him with the knife, but I was just like, let's go. But if you slash at him enough, it actually like opens up their chest so that you can
Really?
see the like one of those like the plagas in there. 'Cause they
Oh,
have like the
shit.
3 spots.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah, you
insane.
can open it up enough so that you can see it, and then if you use his like straight jab, you can just pop
Ah.
it, and then like it explodes.
That's insane. That's so sick.
It's wild. Yeah, I did not expect to make it out alive, and I was like, holy shit.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So speaking of like just all your inventory and stuff, the breakable crates and stuff. I remember so many more snakes in the original.
There was a lot of snakes.
Oh
Really?
my god,
I
I'm so glad you brought this up.
Because I didn't get any I got like 2 snakes in the whole game. Like it was
I think
very,
there were like
very
2
rare.
or 3.
I got
But,
a lot
like,
of snakes.
I was so expecting one to be in the village section of the game, and there
Yeah.
not one.
No, and that's the thing. It's like I remember so many goddamn snakes
I
from
think-
like playing the original that with this new one, every time I would come up to a crate, I would be like, all right, knife out, poke, get ready, and then it would just be like nothing. And I'm like, oh, really, nothing? And then like I just kept going for a while, and then eventually I was just like, oh, I think they just took the snakes out. That's wild. Because all I remember is fucking breaking crates and getting attacked by snakes.
It's so funny because I think the first snake that you encounter is in the church after you're able to unlock the door in the
Yeah,
village.
it's like right away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying in the remake.
Oh, in the remake.
In the remake, once you get through that door and you get Salazar's key, I think when you get in there, that's where your first snake is.
Yeah, it's
in
at a
the remake.
crate on the shelf, like head high, right?
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder.
But in the original, it's like your third area.
Oh yeah, my
Like
God,
in the
like-
village before the village.
Yeah, I wonder if they if it was like a randomizer or if they just like in the remake just picked which crates would have snakes in it this time around. Because I felt like in the original, like it was definitely a randomizer, and oh my god, I was pulling snakes all the time.
I know for a fact that in it's either the second or third house in the original, there's always a snake in the same box.
Word.
Always. But I got to the point where, just like you, I was like, well, I guess there's no fucking snakes in this game because I'm 10 hours into this game
Yeah,
already and not
yeah.
a single snake.
Yeah.
And then they get me with the snake. It's like Dark Souls with the mimics.
Yeah.
It's like you play so many hours and every chest is just like a chest with treasure or something in
everything's
it.
fine.
And then you go to one and then you open it up and it's a fucking enemy and it opens up with teeth and it fucking swallows you whole and you're dead.
Oh man. Speaking of those crates, how'd you guys feel about they pulled like an Uncharted and they just like there was yellow paint on like any crate or like climbable surface?
fucking clean. Hell yeah.
I
that
didn't
would-
mind
Yeah.
because the crates in the original, they were so jarring in the original.
Yeah,
like
they
they
look
didn't
like
have they didn't have yellow or white paint on them, but they might as well
were
have
sore thumbs,
because they were like bright like white tan
Yeah.
in this gray brown environment.
I think it's for my like immersion purposes or something. It always like bothers me when like you put a big neon sign on like something I have to do, especially with like climbable areas and stuff. I'm just like, yeah, go this way, and I'm like, come on, let me figure it out. Let me get there.
Yeah, I know.
I think they do that because they are achieving a certain mood with the color grading and the cinematography that I think they do need to lead people by the nose a little
Yeah,
bit.
Sure.
maybe it wouldn't be as obvious for sure.
Makes sense, yeah.
But still, I get what you're saying.
Because everything looks so natural now.
So glad that when you see that purple light. My
Oh, the
dude.
flame? Yeah.
the purple
yeah,
flame.
It's such a relief.
Oh man, and I know they didn't use the same guy.
I know, a bummer. Yeah, such a bummer. How'd you guys feel about the new merchant?
All right. I
like him.
did really like him. I just thought he just wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, he talked way too much.
Yeah,
and
if you're just chilling, he just like keeps talking and saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I for me, he just wasn't like. No, I don't want to say creepy, but I feel like he just didn't have enough like gravitas to him or like mystery. He felt like just a Cockney guy at the pub that like you said, just wouldn't shut up and kept talking to me about what I was doing. Where like
Oh.
the original one, I just feel like he was just like very minimal, just very deep. You know what are you buying?
Gun-
just
Gun
slow.
rhymes with fun for a reason, mate.
I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, this one was definitely way chattier, and it was like a higher register that just like didn't gel for me.
Dude, I love it. Dude, you fucking hit the nail on the head. He's just the Cockney guy at the bar that won't shut up. I love that. No, I will say one of my biggest disappointments with him was so one of the first things I spent a lot of cash on was like basically fully upgrading my knife. Because that's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we got to
It's
get into
clutch.
the knife a little bit, but how'd you feel about like the new? So the upgrade system was the same, but they added in stats
Yeah.
this time around,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fucking awesome. It was beautiful, tasty.
Yeah, super helpful.
But anyway, I spent a lot of money upgrading my knife, and he had that bit of dialogue that's like, "We're beginning to see your interests, mate."
Yeah,
And
that's a
I
good
thought that
line.
was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, is this game actually like pulling stats of my playstyle?
I don't think it.
No.
was.
No, because then he would just say that about everything
Yeah,
you
every
upgrade
time
more
you
than
upgrade.
twice.
I do love the
And then I was
deals.
let down so much. I was like, oh, man.
It's such a good line, but yeah.
I thought they were actually like pulling my playstyle against me.
No,
And
this
I thought that
isn't-
was fucking
Oh,
cool.
that would have been cool. The
That
ramp,
would, yeah,
ramp
right?
against you.
It was like Psychomantis?
This isn't Silent Hill Shattered Memories,
Oh,
where
that
they
would've been cool.
analyze your playstyle and just make things cool. But I love the new merchant in two very, very big ways. The music is still there, and that little ambient soundscape is so essential. It's so good. I love it so much. If they got rid of that, it wouldn't have felt the same. Also, I love the deals that you can get. Like, oh, for right now, if you buy this gun, you'll also get the scope for free. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. That's so sick.
He knows how to move his wares.
Yeah, it just made things interesting, you know?
Totally. I also want to talk about they totally ramped up the merchant shooting gallery.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
good.
I'm pretty sure it was
So
only in
robust.
one place.
Yeah,
in,
and it
in
was
the other
simple.
game.
Yeah, and they also added in the whole, the little like coin machine with the charms.
That's where I got my charms.
That's where you get them.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, not if you're Andy. They,
But
they
no,
come to you as
I
birthday
loved
gifts.
that thing, man. I would spend some time just like in
Yeah.
those galleries. So
Yeah,
I
they
thought
were so
Did
fun.
such a good job on those.
Dude, I
Yeah.
fucking love that there are certain ones where either Ashley is with you or Louise is with you, and they're commenting like
Totally.
as
Oh, for
you're
sure.
in the shooting gallery. It,
Loved
it was
that.
such a nice time.
I fucking love how they comment if you one-shot an enemy, by the way.
Yep.
If Ashley's with you
Yeah.
and you headshot someone, she'll be like, nice shot.
yeah.
And
Feels
They
good.
must have gotten that from Last of Us.
It's so good.
Like times
So
when
good.
you'll just like strangle somebody, and
Which-
Ellie would be like, "Oh my god, Joel!"
Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, another quick aside. Did you guys notice like Ashley's blatant horniness for Leon as the game progressed?
That must have passed me.
Yeah, I mean a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I could see a relationship forming. I know
Yo,
there was
she
a lot.
wanted him so bad.
I know there
It
was a lot of.
painfully obvious.
I mean, you always have those moments when you like, danger and getting saved by a hero kind of things like that always triggers those kind of emotions.
I
So
mean, if
I don't
if-
think it was like
if I had to
far-fetched.
jump off a ledge and get caught by those arms on Leon,
I was just
I
gonna
would feel
say,
the
I
same.
mean, let's look at Leon for a second. Dude's a stud.
you
I
seen those tries, baby?
I know that some people were very disappointed with the voice actor for Ashley
Really?
and
Ashley?
and the performance. I guess like
No, I thought Ashley was good.
I thought it was fantastic. I
I
guess the big complaint was that she was kind of just like, oh, okay, like, oh, yeah, I'll do this. But like, it felt like a real person this time.
Totally, yeah. No, I thought it was really realistic. The gripe I had, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because it turned into a huge internet like problem. But and I hate to bash people, but the Ada for me was like very flat performance.
Yeah.
It was so foxy. Oh
What-
my god.
Are you just talking appearance?
so foxy?
Oh my god, stop.
But like, you can tell, like, I don't mean to cut you off, but like with Ashley, like when you first encounter her and she comes along with you, she's very like one word, like just goes with you. Doesn't really say much.
Sure, she definitely opens up more and more. as
Exactly,
the
and
game
that's
goes
what I
on.
liked about it,
yeah, I thought
because
that's a
like
great
in the
touch.
original, like
Because
it
you
wasn't
would be
really like
like
that.
just freaked out, like okay, this stranger's here to help me. I guess I can trust him. Like it.
Yeah, she's
you
very
would be-
reserved and
yeah.
conservative, and then like starts opening up and cracking little jokes
Yeah.
like over the course of the game. And I don't know.
Yeah.
People had
Like,
complaints
I-
about it, but I loved it. It was
I,
great.
I honestly really liked the moments in the shooting gallery where she kind of like gets excited
Yeah.
about like being there. She says she makes a comment about like how it reminds her of like the carnivals or something like that. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, look at her just like having a moment, you know?
Yeah, I
That was
love
really
this shit
cool.
because like
I thought she did a great job.
one of my favorite parts of this game, and I guess a lot of Resident Evil games, is like the absurdity and comical nature of things
Yeah.
that I love when they embrace. And the shooting gallery is just batshit. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't make
Capcom is
any
so
sense.
good at doing that.
And I love it.
Dude, let's talk about the knife a bit because like they changed the mechanics on that totally.
Yeah, they did.
Where, like-
we haven't talked about parrying, but
That's
we're
what
getting
I'm
into
saying.
it
That's
now.
part of it.
So
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, because like immediately right off the bat, they did the thing that games love to do now that I was super like nervous about was the durability.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first time my knife broke, I was like, oh no.
Just
But-
fuse it with a rock, baby.
Oh my god! But like it worked in this game. Like it wasn't bad, especially with the upgrades. Like you could upgrade it enough so that like it would last. Like my knife would usually last through a chapter just about.
Right.
And then they also had the, like the kitchen knives and stuff you could pick up that were like kind of temporary.
But that was pretty much the only thing they had in the original, though, right? Was just like the one last saving grace. Like,
I mean, you always had the knife, and it was. It was.
oh,
it
I'm
would
thinking
never
of Last
break.
of Us.
Oh.
Yeah, with like
'cause,
the clickers. with
Because the knife
shivs.
in the original
Never
was a
mind.
problem because it was just like you always had it. It was super strong, especially on the Wii version. Like I took down the ogre with just the knife.
I remember you saying that on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also like
Yeah,
it
you
always-
just wagging the nunchuck. And
yeah,
he's just fucking
exactly. And I just ran around his ankles, just like chipping away at him.
Oh, so painful.
So it was definitely OP, and I think they did a great job addressing its overpoweredness by giving it that durability meter and stuff like that. So, and yeah, the parrying was huge,
and fun.
super fun,
Very fun.
super fun.
And I like that when you when you beat Krauser, you get the other knife. You get the is it the combat
You
knife?
get his
Oh my
knife.
God. Speaking of fun,
yeah,
that fucking last Krauser battle was incredible.
Wild,
that
right?
was sick. I
Where
love
he
it.
sets you up with the fucking jungle of traps. It's so fun.
He's such a maniac,
Dude, it felt like Metal Gear Solid.
It was a very Metal Gear-esque. I mean, that whole
felt like I was
plot line
fighting the end.
is very, very Metal Gear-esque.
Yeah. It was
Wild.
fucking awesome. To be honest, I didn't even remember Krauser from the original.
Dude. I was so lost when Krauser showed up, so lost because they like.
No, I remembered it, but I think there was only one big battle towards the end of the
Yeah,
game.
and that
with
it was like
Krauser.
a big QuickTime event, right? And they pulled all the QuickTime events like right out of this remake.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, thank you for that. That was the thing of the time then.
Yeah.
We don't need those anymore.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
they
mean-
do it in their own way. Like now, that's more interesting.
Yeah.
But,
It's of much better taste for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that last couple of chapters, man, holy fuck.
Was it chapter 15, dude? Chapter 15, you kill so many.
What a home
So many
run.
enemies.
What a fucking grand slam that chapter was. It was so fun, dude.
It was so sick.
As far as weapons go, everything's pretty juiced up by this point. Got plenty
Yeah,
of
you can just
healing
cut
things.
loose.
You just fucking have at it.
Totally.
You know,
and it just stays at that high too.
Yeah.
Like it never
Yeah.
there's no like dips or valleys and
Yeah.
it just like
The-
keeps going.
The peak is the last boss. It's fucking awesome.
I will say that the last boss I was a little disappointed with. Like I felt like the previous bosses you kind of spent a lot of time with, and there was like some of them were difficult. Like the Ramon was such a pain in the ass for me. Just having to like hide behind things as he like spit the ooze, and then
He
trying
was
to,
tough.
Like, he was
Yeah.
tough, yeah. And then you had to like dip out and like really time your shots and line it up before he like either moved or spit at you again. That was tough. But like the last boss, it was kind of just like shoot his legs, run around, rocket launcher. I feel like it was over so fast.
I had a tough time with him.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's because I had a pretty limited case.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably fully loaded at that point.
Nah, I didn't have too many.
Yeah, it just felt a little
bullets.
brief to me, the final boss.
All right.
I loved this game. I loved
great
it
time.
so much.
Did enjoy the jet ski getaway at the end though.
Yeah.
That was a fun little like amped up. It reminds me of like the Metroid endings. How it's always like,
course.
you got to escape, get out. You get 3 minutes.
Of course, yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
What did you guys score?
I usually always get a B no matter what.
All right.
I don't
I think I
remember
got
what
an
I
A or
scored
a
on this
B.
one.
Probably a B. Clayton got an S. S tier.
I didn't get an S. I got an A.
You got an A.
Nice.
I got an A.
Nice
Not
work.
an S.
I think I
work.
did get a B. I think it's what I usually get.
Same. Yeah. I'm never perfect. My accuracy is pretty good. I don't die too many times, but I die.
I feel like, I didn't expect this, but my accuracy is getting better in my old age.
Nice.
I was averaging like 86-ish% per chapter. I actually looked back on all the chapters really quick. I skimmed through them. I was like, all right, what was I getting? on my
I was in
accuracy?
70s. There were a couple that I had 80s, but
Yeah.
I think I averaged probably high 70s. Speaking of scoring, I mean, we've talked a lot about this game. Obviously, there were some big changes in this game. Some areas were left out. I mean, we don't really have to get into that. It's fine. This game, it's awesome. It's fantastic. I love it so much. I'm gonna give this game an S, dude.
Wow.
I fucking loved it. I literally think this might be my favorite Resident Evil game.
Wow.
Whoa.
Damn.
I really do. I had so much fun with it. I think it did
is a
such a
blast.
good job at translating Resident Evil 4 into the modern age. It's incredible what they did with it.
Totally.
It controls like butter.
It really
It
does.
controls so
they-
well.
Yeah, that engine is just perfect, and they don't have to do anything else now. They can just keep pumping these out, and they're just going to be gold.
But the fact that it controls that well, and the entire time I was playing it, it just felt like I was playing Resident Evil
yeah, it
4
feels
again.
totally intact, and
It's
natural.
miraculous, and I can't give it anything less than an S.
Yeah, they did an
Like
amazing
I
job
had an absolute blast with it. I love it so much.
for sure. Like, yeah, I think it's a fantastic game. I will not put it above 2 because 2 is the GOAT of Resident Evils in my book.
Fair.
I think
the
that
2
that
remake or 2 original?
both.
Okay.
Both. Whether we're grading the originals or the remakes, 2 is number 1 for me. I think that just has like all the best parts of Resident Evil, from the creepy parts to being like, tight on ammo and just moving along by yourself, and I think just the whole atmosphere of that game is perfect.
What about you, Clint? This is coming from someone who he wasn't that enamored by the original Resident Evil.
Yeah, you had a lot of resistance to play in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a fan of the original Resident Evil 4.
It was a time that they did change drastically from the like traditional RE path.
And it was a change that I felt like they lost my vote on at the time.
Sure. Yeah, it was a lot more action focused.
Yeah. So,
I'm dying to hear what did you think about this one?
I'm of two minds. One being in the context of the formula that Resident Evil established in its early days. I would give this game still an A in that mindset of like, it still ain't my Resident Evil, but I fucking had so much
Yeah,
fun
can't deny
playing
how
this
much
game.
fun it is.
That's fair.
Just great adventure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And it just, again, as Andy already put, it just controls so fucking well, yet it still feels like Resident Evil 4. It's like, how do you do that? They did. And then my other mindset is, as a Resident Evil 4 remake, this game gets an S. It's an absolute
hell yeah.
S as a reimagining of what people would consider the fucking diamond of the like that era,
Yeah, I think me and you are in the same camp where like if we're grading it as a remake against the old one, S, absolutely, like
Oh yeah.
banger job. If we're putting them against the other like remakes or Resident Evils as like a whole, yeah, A, quality, fantastic game.
I respect this. I
Yeah.
respect this so much.
but not
Now, I'm with you, Eric. Resident Evil 2 Remake, that to me is the ultimate Resident Evil
Yes.
experience. The only thing 4 is missing, it's not even just the remake, it is the game Resident Evil 4. It just doesn't have that like map design in which almost it's almost like a Metroidvania, and then you have these certain keys.
Yeah, 4 is pretty linear.
Yeah. It doesn't have that like map that is one giant puzzle in and of itself.
Yeah. does
yeah,
not have
and you can hit it in that one word alone, like puzzles.
Puzzles.
Like puzzles is definitely something that this game is missing. It's definitely more action adventure focused.
They did it perfectly in Resident Evil 2, where like if you explored it, that room turned a certain color.
Yeah.
If you fully explored it, it yet again turned into a different color.
Yep.
Like that's the shit I love. I
Same.
wanna like study my map and be like, oh, maybe the thing that I'm not finding is in that room because that's the one I haven't fully explored yet.
Totally.
Maybe there's something.
Yeah, I
hiding
did
in
not
there.
find myself looking at the map much in 4, but
Same.
in 2, it's like, because again, it's an atmosphere thing where like you're alone, you're trying to survive, you're gonna get through this, so
Yeah.
you're picking your moves like very carefully. Like,
Exactly,
all right,
yeah.
let's go this way. Let's check this out.
I
first.
did look at the map a lot because a lot of the treasures don't pop up on your map unless your POV sees them.
Totally,
but you
yeah.
don't.
Yeah, they made the treasures pretty easy in this one with the map.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, however you want to spin it, this game fucking ranks real goddamn high.
It's a good one. Yeah, let's wrap it up with just like favorite moment, least favorite moment.
It's got to be Verdugo for me.
Yeah.
It gave me some serious xenomorph vibes. That entire locale was just so fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
And
and
his
just getting
like-
chased
Yeah,
is
you hear him running through the fucking vents and the grates. Oh, it's so good.
I love the castle. I love the zealots. I love the necromancers. I mean, that was my favorite part of the original game. I just love these dudes in robes chanting shit, holding this
summoners are
religious
great.
paraphernalia. It just fucking, I love it so much.
It's a good aesthetic.
Oh, man.
What about you? What were your favorite moments?
My favorite moment, as horrible and horrifying as it was actually the regenerators.
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
it was the most, the most like 2, where it's like you're close quarters, there's nowhere for you to go, they're chasing you, they're in here, they're unkillable at first because you don't know how to kill them, or like you don't have the thermal scope yet or anything. You're just like, and I think it even tells you like these things just will not die and keep regenerating. It warns you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it says
there's a
that in like
memo.
a
Yeah,
like
you
an
find like
entry
a
somewhere.
note or something. Yeah. So that for me was just like peak frenzy, just like heightened anxiety, like fight for your life situation. And I loved that, even though it was awful.
It was good. It was very good horror. For sure.
It was a good segment because
They are in the original, right? The
Yeah,
Regenerators?
totally.
Yeah, and I think like I was like, oh man, these fucking guys again. I don't like these guys. But as I said before, once they hit the ground and started slithering, I was like, fuck, no, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I hate this.
Yeah, but that was the section where I was looking at my map and planning my next move. Like, okay, I got to get from here to here, and I know that he's gonna be in this area. Like, go.
And yeah, it just makes me so excited too, because I feel in my heart of hearts that Code Veronica is next.
I hope so, man. I really hope
It has
so.
to be. It's a cult favorite.
Yeah,
for sure.
So
like
fucking
they
good.
gotta like please don't ignore that one and just move on to 5 because
And don't pull an RE3. Like give the puzzles. Like leave the puzzles intact. RE3 was fun, but like
I mean they've been doing a great job like keeping everything intact. So I think if they do it, they'll do it right.
So when it comes to a potential RE5 remake, I have one thing I have to say to you guys.
Oh God.
No thanks, bro.